because you don't have an idea problem. In other words, how do you bring this story to focus? So here are the three criteria for you to centralize on an idea. Number one is personalized interest, or in summary, I just call it the ITM, which is interest, trends, and message. I just wanted to take note of that. At the end of this video, you will be able to come up with an idea, right? Now, interest can all be based on exposure, which is like around preferred genre. Maybe you love horror stories, topics, hobbies, fantasies, storyline, and lifestyle. And just try to mention, maybe it could be around you're a basketballer, you want to tell a story about basketball, a guy who started from the trenches and now he wants to make it to the top team. How will he do it? And let's say it's coming from a dysfunctional home. We're just trying to lay certain natural things that happen to us every day. We are going through a ripple of stories in our life, and you are part of the experience. So let's take a look at trends. Trends has to do with the trend, like the big hits, the news, the genres, they're all making massive figures. Like during the COVID-19, I wrote a movie called that's Tom and Sam, which even in the first video I showed you guys, it got an award during that period. It was a story about two friends living in the same apartment, and one discovered that he was infected with the virus, and how will he deal with the situation when his other friend also got to know about it. It's just a short film of 4 minutes. We summoned it for a film festival and quickly made it. Could be from the news. Let's say you've been hearing about the terror that is happening in the north. Then we decided to follow the story through the lens of this small family that struggled to get married. Now, a single man, finally the man died, the woman has to take care of the baby, he was killed by the bandits. Those are the trends you can also, this can inspire you to write stories. I'm sure right now already you are cycling out what to do. And the third one is the message. What message you want to pass? What is the take-home lesson at the end of the day? For example, for Blood Sisters, it addresses the rich and powerful abusing the weak in the society, and how the oppressed should also fight back in defense to also thrive in the society. So that it's simply an awareness, an information or a knowledge you find important to share with people through your story. Maybe to address and to suggest a solution or a caution. It could emanate from a personal experience, history, theme, adage. Like this story called The Visitor is just a very pretty simple message that we're trying to pass across to people. It's that the actions you take right now because you're in position have a ripple effect. So be careful. It may come back for you. It could be a documentary, whatever it could be. Now, in centralizing an idea, it basically takes these three elements for you to focus the lens on the exact story concept that you would like to concentrate on or to tell. For example, I wrote a web series called Clouded, and it's about marriage is not void of problems. You should go check it on Netflix, or they just released the first episode, although the website is down for now, but they still have one episode up on the YouTube page. Simply, it's just a story that is a short. Why it's called a web series is because it's short, right? It's less than 40 minutes, and the story simply focuses on these couples. So we wanted to see them go through the couple problem every now and then, and how they can go through it and navigate through life. That being said, at the end of this very video, you should be able to come up with an idea. I wanted to do something first. I wanted to get to your notepad. Let's do that here. Let me scroll down a bit, and I'll show you guys what to do. Let's my interests. I love sci-fi. I love sci-fi. Okay. Right, and let's talk about it. Maybe I love family. All right, so how can I come up with stories around family? Okay, let's go to trend. What's a trend now? What are the trending things that we see? The wars happening in different countries, right? Or it could be in news, like I say, in news about the news that has to do with the current guy who killed a lady, right? Let's say bandits attack. So that can inspire a story. I can connect the bandits attack with a family, like I told you about the couple, right? Then come up with an idea. It could be a story about a couple who just newly got wedded, and now there's attack in the small village. Maybe the guy even left town, things were not working well for him, and now they were attacked, and he needs to protect his family. A story can come up from there. Short. You can start with a short film. So we're talking about structure. Structure helps you to come up with a very great idea. And there was a message. The message. There should be a message. A take-home lesson. Every story must have a message that you want to pass across to people. Could it be that resilience, or let's say being determined, you can surmount, you can conquer, you can conquer, you can conquer any opposition. Alright, so let's see how the guy will break through that. Just write it out and then focus. Maybe already you have an idea for a story that you've been breathing for a long time, so cycle it out. Just write it in one word. It can just be in one word. Alright, that this is the story I want to tell. And let's go a bit down here. Now I'm going to explain something. Now, a main idea is a power section that controls the entire function of the story. So you always have okay. A main idea is the power section that controls the entire function of the story. Mind you, a central idea piece doesn't make a puzzle complete. So one idea is just solitary, it's just an island. You need to link sub bits of ideas to complete the structure, and that's why in our next subtopic we will be talking about story structure that aids the story flow. So I want you guys to stay tuned. And quite here I also have what is called sources of ideas. It stems from these three factors that I already mentioned before, as the interest, trend, and the message you want to pass across. Is there a message you want to pass across? Is it about pregnant girls? Is it about... So focus on that and cycle out the kind of story you want to tell. It can come from imagination, thought. Like this movie called Twin Moon. I love sci-fi, so I came up with a concept for a movie, that a sci-fi movie that I had to do. That's Twin Moon, and it came from my imagination and thoughts. But it came from one of these three factors, from my interest. And then from there I built up something and I came up with a message around it. So what's your preferred genre? Adaptations of novels, like Half of a Yellow Sun was adapted. If you've ever watched the movie, you can adapt books. If some of you here who have books already written or novels, you can adapt them into a script. Now I'm going to share something very crucial with you that is a helpful writing psychological tip. That is the first rule. Just walk your hand in the ink, and then your job is to imprint it. Just write down the idea. That's the first thing I need you to do. So at the end of this course today, I just wanted to do one thing for me. Your assignment goes this way. I want you guys to write out an idea for a story that you would love to tell. Cycle it down, write out. It can just be a short description. Alright, and then we're good to go. Or let's say, in fact, let's even try doing this here before I get to leave you guys. Okay, based on interest. Now let me just say I want to focus on that bandit attack. Alright, okay, and family. So I'm going to match bandit attack and family. So let's say the family here is, okay, a newly wedded couple. So I'm writing a newly wedded couple, newly wedded couple, okay, expecting a baby, in a small village. Suddenly get attacked by bandits. And captured by bandits. So thanks guys. This is a short idea, and then from there we can build anything from here. So we're gonna meet later. Goodbye.